Oh, it's another week. You all right, bro?
All right, bro. Yeah, cool. Excellent. There's been a lot happening in the AI world.
Oh man, there's loads of stuff, isn't there? And I think it started affecting a few companies already. But anyway, that'll be another video. But yeah, what we
Yeah,
talking about this
yeah.
week?
Well, yeah, let's keep it positive because there's so much doom and gloom up there. We're trying to be positive. Well, the other week we talked a little bit about Gemini, and I'd like to just go into it in a bit more depth because a couple of people asking me about certain things. So I thought the best way to do it is to do a bit of a demonstration here, and then hopefully some people can pick some learning out of it. So I think all I would need if you're going to do it is the usual. If you give me give me the
Superpowers.
superpowers.
uh, you should have superpowers, and then I'll just need to change the screen over, and then we're all right. So
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I've got it now. Thank you. Right, let me know when you're ready. So hopefully you can.
hang on. I just need to get rid of that one. Oh no, not that one. That one. Oh, right, we're in.
Okay. Right, yeah. So you can access Google Gemini. Just Google it; it'll be there straight away. But Gemini, log in using your email account. You
Yeah,
can do it as like a bit of incognito. You can just do a little bit of testing without even putting anything in there. But you're going to get a limited experience. It's not going to give you everything. So just sign into it with your Google account,
yeah.
and that'll give you access to some things that weren't there a year ago as well. But I'll talk you through it. So in terms of Gemini, um, these models, they're like large language models, a bit like ChatGPT, and that's got different versions, version 5 at the moment, current. So within this, you've got Flash, and you've also got reasoning, math, and code. So the Flash is just like quick, dirty, get it out there, ask it your question, very much like ChatGPT and other LLMs. The reasoning mode is that gives you that a little bit more in depth with it, really. Um, it's there is even more to it. There's Google AI Pro as well, but this what I'm showing at the moment for people is just on the free plan because conscious that people can keep getting all these tools and get nothing out of them. So I think it's really useful to go on, have a look, see if they're right for you, and then look at doing a trial or actually paying a
Yeah,
subscription with them. You can
yeah,
always cancel them anyway, really. It also allows deep research within here as well, which is really useful because Google knows about searching. Not to have a go at Bing, but unfortunately, Google's been there quite a while. It's really sort of cornered that market. But deep research really goes away and goes in depth into Google pages and looks through it. There's also other features within that where you can get it to give it a sense check to make sure it's not hallucinating within that as well. I think it's called check the results. The other thing about it is you can link it with, lots of other apps. You can link it to like Google Sheets, obviously, if it's part of Google, um, YouTube, lots of different things you can link it to make the workflow easier. So even like your folder, your drive, if you sync it to there, when you're doing searching or when you're asking it questions, it will make it a little bit more seamless. I'm not doing that today. I'm going to get straight into the basics of what I want to
okay.
talk about. Um, some of the things you can do canvas mode, and what canvas mode does, I could probably show you some of this, but it basically gives you something on the right hand side and you can edit the text within that. I don't want to go, we could get sidetracked. So today, what I'm really interested in is it's about pain points in business and sorting out those repetitive tasks that you need to do. And going to show you some here that will really help you to save, 20 plus hours a week or more, depending how you use it. And what these are called, they're called gems.
All right.
GEMS. Yeah, and it's got on here Explore Gems. Now, Gems used to only be in the Pro plan, but they've brought them in here now. So what you can do, you click on Explore Gems. They've got some here that are already out there, and they're quite useful. You can pin them, you can play with them. Um,
Hmm.
you've got like Storybook, Chess Championships, and what these are, they're basically like custom GPTs within OpenAI.
Yeah.
So you can train them, you can develop them or write them. It's like building a little app. And what it'll do then is it'll appear on the left-hand side, a bit like a chat, and you can go back into it and use it again and again. So it's really, really, really useful. And I was thinking, well, what should we do today? I think, well, you could do anything with it in terms of sort of trying to make your productivity easier. But I think one of the pain points that I suffer with is it's sorting out emails. On a thread, if you've got like loads and loads of emails, how do you get to the bottom of what's been going on without having to go and dig into like layer after layer? Now, I could add it to my Gmail account, but it could give away a lot of information. So what I've done is I've pre-populated some Gmail activity. And what we'll do is we'll write something and then get it to hopefully sort it out and come up with the answers to it. So what you
Nice.
do is you go down here and you click on a new gem. And how gems work is, and I suppose it's short for Gemini or gems like in the jewels, is it works a little bit like prompting is if you give it, and they call it roles, and it's like give it a role, give it what you're trying to do. I'll call it an objective. Um, what's the detail? And then the S, what's the S style? Yeah. So what sort of style do you want it in? So if you follow that sort of that map, I think I missed an example as well. You can give it examples as well of what you're looking for. So
Yeah.
it really knows what you're trying to achieve with it. You could just go in there and make it really, really simple and get Gemini itself to try and up your prompt. But like anything, prompting is the new currency. If you prompt really well, you're going to get the best out of these tools, really. So if you look at how it works here, you've got give it a custom name. So on this one, what we're going to do, one of the pain points is around sort of email filtering, should we say? So let's go call it email filtering. Call it whatever you want.
Yeah.
So here, you could type in here and say, what I want is I've got a thread of emails and I want you to sort them out. But what I would always recommend is if you go to another large language model, you can use any one. You can go to Gemini itself. What you can do is just tell it what you're looking for, really, and then it'll come up with a pretty reasonable prompt. So this one is summarize today's 20 emails into 5 key categories: client requests, events, finance, internal, and junk. Highlight the 3 most urgent items for Warren and Kirk should reply to. Draft a short professional reply to Tom Richards asking for a summary deck. Keep it polite, under 3 sentences, and confirm we'll send it before tomorrow's board meeting. Ignore spam and marketing emails. Now, what you can do with this, I'm not going to do it today, is you can click here, and what this will do, it will actually rewrite the instructions. So if you put something and you think, oh, is
Right.
it a bit
Okay.
clunky that you can use it to write. So which is pretty good. So for this example, I say I don't want to give away anyone's information, so we'll just use some of my emails here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to paste in the um the template in terms of that. Now I've not run this before, so let's see what it comes back with. Okay, right. So it's got on there. So what I'm going to do now, it looks all right. I'm going to go over and save it now because you want to see it clearer. So what happens now is on this left-hand side here, you can see it's the only one I've done is um, email filtering. So if I then paste all my email, this would be an email chain as long as you want. If you actually gave it permissions, it would go straight into
Right.
your
I was going to say that because you don't. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah.
Go straight
But I
through.
didn't want to do that, and also
Yeah.
some people might not want to do that. So there's ways around these things. So it's summarizing these 20 emails. So it's filtered out obvious junk and marketing, to Amazon orders. The remaining 18 emails fall into the 5 categories. Can't speak today. So request a summary deck, 6 events, invoice reminders, internals, etc. Now, if you're getting hundreds of emails a day, how much nicer would it be?
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
even in the morning, so coming from you've been off for the weekend, you've been on leave, you're coming back, and it sorts this out without you going, "Oh my God, what's happening?" You're going to explode. You know really what to focus on. And the other thing you can do because it's a Google product, you can export it straight to Sheets. So we can export it to Excel. You can do all sorts of other weird and wonderful things with it.
Yeah.
So let's just go down and look at the most urgent items for us. So it's saying the following three items require immediate attention. Draft a summary deck for Technova for their board meeting.
Yeah.
Sign off on the final Blue Wasp security quote. Well, and I didn't even put this in. That's an excellent way to put stuff back in. Uh, Provide feedback on the October newsletter draft. So this is a draft it's done now. And you saw how small that the
Yeah.
quote, what that little prompt was. You could have made it massive. You could also have uploaded sort of information in the background, like training material about your organization, about your company, about what you want it to do, and it would use that in terms of its knowledge base to when providing this. So straight away, it's just gone, hi Tom, thanks for the quick follow-up. We'd be happy to prepare a concise summary version of the AI strategy deck for your board. Da, 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 da. So you can also get this to populate it straight away. You can get it to actually populate. If it's joined up, populate your emails. So you
Wow.
just go, yeah, that's good. Click yes. Um, Now, this is what I was saying before. You can double check your responses. You can also listen to it. So if you're dyslexic or you're busy on the go, you can actually get it to just speak in the background. And sometimes when something's being spoken to you rather than reading it, you spot the
Yeah, and the
the obvious
mistakes.
mistakes like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
there's and the what have you.
Yeah.
Um, so so that was it. It's very short that, but that's because of the prompt we put in. The longer you do it, the better. And with these gems, it's not just like emails. You can do them to be quite powerful. They're like little apps. They can have, knowledge base in them. You can have little tick boxes. You can
Yeah.
make generator. Anything you can think of,
Uh,
it'll do it almost like a little mini web page, whether it's got tabs with pictures and images and same thing. But you know what I mean? So it's really, 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 really powerful. But this today, I was trying to focus just on a quick win for people who are
Yeah.
struggling with emails.
It's fine.
So
It's
any
fine.
any questions?
No. Yeah. So for me, you're right. I think everyone thinks of AI as just being large language models, don't they? Of doing tasks like putting a prompt in and getting a response. Well, write me a business proposal or whatever it is, or can you make this image for me? And people are using that and they're dipping their toes in. I think where the big changes start to come and people that are in the knowledge will benefit is agents. So gems or agents or whatever, where they're not just doing sending you something back, they're actually going away and doing something. So they're almost like they're assistants, aren't they? So it's almost like having a research assistant or someone working PA for you. You imagine all those emails come in, and I'm presuming you can get a bit smarter with it and go, oh, if you're getting if it knows your business as you train it, and a thing comes in from Fred, and Fred's asking for something, do you know what I mean? That is in the business and what you talk regular, it can send that information back automatically, or you might have to prove it, but it's doing all that reading, understanding, making it make more sense, and automating some of your things. It's interesting because we're going to end up with agents just talking to agents.
Definitely.
That could be the thing where nobody's just the agents are just talking to each other. But then when you take it a step further, and it's I watched something the other day, and he was explaining agents as well of building a house, and it's basically each agent was doing a separate thing. Find the land, do a mock up of the house, get planning permission, etc., etc. And it's like it's going to revolutionize a lot of businesses, and it's those, like you say, repetitive administration. Let's face it, who wants to be reading hundreds of it? The amount of emails I get, and it's spam because you go into a shop or you buy something online, and then you keep getting these things coming through, and it's just an absolute nightmare, isn't it? You know what I mean? So if you could actually cut through the noise, because that's what I try to get through. Cut through the noise. You can be more efficient in your business about what you're trying to achieve. But yeah, good.
Yeah, I think you just picking up on that. I think one of the things is we've seen it already in terms of jobs, and people say, "Well, will AI take over our job?" Well, at the moment, the next phase I can see is it's people who are using AI will be taking over your job.
Yeah,
So if you're not using AI, then you straight away you're going to be the first one out the door. And it's like a vicious circle or catch 22, whatever you want to say, Damocles sword. But what you need to do, I'd say, is if you can make your role, you make yourself even more efficient, effective in what you're doing, then you're showing value depending where you are in the organization. And if you're an entrepreneur, then obviously it's about being, first to market, it's being quicker, more responsive, agile, all those things you talk about. If you're not using this, your competitors are going to be using it, and they're literally
Yeah,
just going to
they're going to
going
walk
to
all over
over
you.
they're going to walk all over you.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
so it's about that. But this is like one little step. I think we'll come back again, and what we'll do is I'll build a more of an app next time for people and show them what you can have in terms of like a little dashboard.
yeah,
Um, but we'll make it something that's useful. So I've seen lots of things out and about, but they're of no use. What we want to do, isn't it? We've talked about this. We want to do something that people find useful. They can implement it in their business, their work life, their hobbies, to also make them more productive. But like you say, I've been in organizations where literally come back from leave and there's thousands of you, literally
yeah.
thousands of you, and it's people trying to cover the back, CCing you into it, etc.
Yeah, yeah, I used to hate that. But in this modern world, a lot of time people have to do that. But hopefully that'll change because in the future, do you know, like I used to reply or you used to say, you said this, you said that. You'll know, won't you? AI will know if it's within a business context, so it's on your
Yeah,
server. When you used to get oh, I never said to do that, and then you have to go and find emails. And I used to save
yeah,
stuff down because I knew it'd come back and bite me. Well, I imagine in the future you'll be able to go, did we have the discussion about X, Y, and Z? And AI will go, yeah, Fred sent you that on the 20th of January, and it said, do this, do this, do this. You know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that'll be good as well. Stop all that people CCing. I hate that. I used to work for one company, and you had to you wanted to CC back because otherwise it got lost, and no one believed what was going on. It was absolutely crazy. CC. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
crazy.
And BCC's
And
in
the
works. I
blind,
think I
yeah,
think for
yeah,
Yeah, I think you've got email filter, you've got some stuff already where you can, highlight if it's an important sender, etc. But this takes it that next step. Like I say, I would have loved, and I was getting that many emails in a day to just be able to come back in and it'd be all sorted with thinking, right, these are the five things that I need
yeah.
to do immediately.
I was just
And the other stuff,
I was just
you
going to
know,
say that because what you tend to do is you come back in and start at the top and work down, or start at the bottom and work up. Well, whichever way. You're right. You could spend a lot of your time, your energy, when you focus on just getting rid of the stuff that you don't even need to be interested in. Whereas if you come in and goes, these are the top five, you can just smash them out and then look at yours. Because the other ones, I suppose you could take it a step further, where that email might have come through. So say it's for me and you, and you're working, I don't know, working on marketing, I'm working on sales, and it comes into your email. I presume you could add something that says, oh, if it's about marketing, send it here. If it's about sales, highlight that for Kirk or whatever. Then you've got another chunk of things you don't need to deal with because you obviously, what you need to be doing is delegate as a business owner, is delegating stuff down to the right people. That's what it's about as well. So
Yeah, I think for this one, I think the app's going to be really useful for doing other things. We're using emails as well, just as an example, so people can see it real world life. You could use the agent mode in ChatGPT, and if your organization allowed it, you could get it to literally go through your emails and sort them all out for you. And it will do that. It'll move things, it'll archive things, do whatever you want, even get it to auto respond to things as well. But if it's your job, you might not want to do that yet. So yeah. So for me, that's why I'm saying,
draw a cup of tea.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I've
there's
got a
two
bit of
things.
time on my hands.
If what happens if he gets it wrong? So that's the thing for me. Is
Oh
what
yeah,
happens
it's
if
going
it just
it's going to get
yeah,
wrong in it, and then it's going to be big time, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Starts emailing out the CEO with a lot of stuff you probably didn't want to email about. Yeah, forwarding on all your friends' photographs.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a bit of that. So this is like a less scary way to get into it to see what it can
Yeah,
do.
and what you're doing is just tip of the iceberg stuff for people. There's loads more with that. You've just gone into one specific area, which is email. But like you're saying, you can do lots of different things with it. And the other thing I think people need to realise is they're all called something. like agents or gems or GPTs, fundamentally they're all the same. And I think what terminology that people understand is apps. Applicate, because
Yeah,
apps, all apps means is when they brought out was applications. So
yeah,
I think if people get the mindset around, well, what is a chibi? Well, it's like an app, but it's an AI app, and you can change it and develop it. Whereas an app is fixed in what you get. These are ones you can develop yourself and run yourself and get things. So I
yeah,
think they've all got different names, but they're all the same thing, aren't they? It's a bit like
yeah.
the USB back in the day. I think we should settle on one name, shouldn't we? Do you know what I mean? Rather than call
Yeah,
them all different
yeah,
things.
so yeah, and I think it's that thing, isn't it, of companies trying to do one-upmanship or one-up-personship from one thing to the other. That's what it's about as well. And they're all, for me, they all seem to sort of like one's up here, and then next
Mm.
week, no, next day, next month, next day, they're up here again, and they're all sort of vying for all the people's attention,
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Because
You know,
it's big money. It's a start. It's a bit like the .com boom back in the
yeah,
day. It's that there's going to be a lot of money to be had from people that understand AI, and for businesses that are giving the end user what they're after and solving the problems really. Because you're not going to use something if you don't solve a problem just because it's a nice and shiny and new. It has to do something, and they'll all be looking at each other and all be developing. Oh, that looks good. Let's incorporate that. Oh, they've missed that. Let's have this instead. So it'll be this constant race to improve, 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 improve. So yeah, and potentially it's whether people pick one platform and just stick with that and get use that to the best of their knowledge. So
yeah, I think that's where we'll end up with at some point. You've got these things called MCPs, which sort of bring everything together. But I keep looking for, like, say, the Swiss Army knife, of AI tools. I think GenSpark AI is pretty damn good at the moment. It's got some really great things within it, but it doesn't do everything. I think with Google, 'cause they're such a big organization, they're bringing in, like I said before, this image generation. These trying to tie into their other core products. So I think it will be a very, very powerful tool, the Google side, the Google
yeah,
suite. But I always like the other companies. I like the people like Jen Spark who are coming in on the other side, and that what they bring with them is fresh ideas, and they seem to be able to bring it sooner to market. And because they're focused really down on it, you can make something really, really cool. So
yeah,
we'll do Jen Spark at another point as well. I think, I've done some automations for people recently, and it saved them literally hours and hours in their week.
good.
So I think, if anyone wants to contact either me or you, they can contact us and we can help them out if they've got any questions. We're quite helpful. But yeah, just drop us a line.
Drop in the comments. Absolutely
Yeah.
wonderful. Another live demo of the future of the world AI.
Yeah, I know some people might go, oh, it's not really detailed because I don't want to go detail. What's
No,
the
it's too
point of
much.
talking about? Yeah,
If someone wants to go in more detail, go and research it yourself, or pay for
yeah.
some of your time for you to take him through it. but,
Yeah, I
but
can bore you to death with it because it's coming out of my ears. No, seriously though, it is. It's one of those. I think I see there's two, well, it's probably three, but there's definitely two types of people going forward. And I see him all the time in terms of my friends where they're going, no, 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 we're going this way, we're going this way. And other ones are trying to embrace, but it's too much hitting them.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so,
yeah,
you just got to try and filter it. And what we're here trying to do is filter out some of the crap and try and explain it to you so it makes it easier. And we're not trying to be condescending when we say it because we're all learning at the same time as well.
yeah. We are, and so is AI. Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, exactly.
wonderful, and that's it from this. Please subscribe, people. Drop a comment in, like if you want to know a bit more. We're on various platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Follow us on there for more AI news and from AI Bros HQ.